Nick Fluck, welcome to the University of Huddersfield.
Thank you.
Nick, last week we saw protests by barristers and solicitors at the cuts in legal aid. As the Society represents solicitors in England and Wales, what's the Society's position on this?
Well, the first thing to say is it's an extremely difficult position for our criminal legal aid practitioners to be in. This government is about to make further cuts, we believe, in criminal legal aid rates. This is on top of the last 20 years' worth of practice in which criminal legal aid practitioners have been absorbing the cost of inflation year on year with no change in their rates. And it's a very, very tough marketplace. The volume of crime that is available to be dealt with by those criminal legal aid practitioners is decreasing, and the government's incentive is to cut. There is no relief for criminal legal aid practitioners from the austerity measures that the government's applying to everything. And I think you'll understand that when they apply austerity measures down to and including cutting back on budgets for example, child protection and the NHS, it would be foolish to think that criminal legal aid practitioners should be exempt. From my point of view as president, I clearly think they should be exempt because they've been doing a fantastic job, and in reality they've suffered cuts year on year on year on year on year.
You're here today at the university to open the Legal Advice Clinic, which is up in the Huddersfield Town Centre.
I'm looking forward to it.
What benefits do you think that will afford young students, law students, and also the populace of Huddersfield?
Okay, let me answer that straight away by saying, firstly, the one thing I would say is that students are fantastic folk. They work really hard. They're very dedicated. Students of law do that even more so because they have to. There is, I'm afraid, depending on whose statistics you believe, a degree of oversupply of law students. But law students who are going to make a difference in their life in the law will be doing things like this. This is the sort of innovative moves that those students take. I'm delighted that they've chosen to do it in the Packhorse Centre, not in the campus, not just student-centred, but I'm delighted that they're going to actually make this thing fly. Of course, for the benefit of the local population, it means there's another place where those people can go to get legal help. From the point of view of my hat on as President of the Law Society, of course, I have to say, and I will say always, that these resources are hugely, hugely welcome. They perform a very valuable service. They will give those students a great deal of very practical training. It's a testament to their already burgeoning sense of ethics and their sense of social responsibility, which is what all lawyers have, that they want to do this. I'm always slightly bothered that the government is very ready to take advantage of the fact that there are people who are prepared to do these things for free in order to justify saying, well, we don't need to put just as much in the legal aid budget as we did before. And that, I'm afraid, is a pernicious trend with all governments at the moment. This government particularly has got some economic realities to face. I'm afraid very distressed at the thought that people whose claims and whose cases should be funded by legal aid are now forced to rely upon the extremely excellent provision of those services for free because there is no other recourse for them.
And does it worry you that justice might be only available to them that can afford it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very simple proposition, but we as lawyers, we staunchly defend the fact that in this country of ours, this very great country of ours, we believe that access to justice is fundamental. And it's a key legal right for all people to be able to access justice. If you make justice only the preserve of the wealthy, then you haven't got justice at all.
The University of Huddersfield, inspiring tomorrow's professionals.